Hi everyone, back for Roxy's January pouch 2024. So Roxy's Journal Stitchery. So since I last left, I did just basting stitch to put everything down and get rid of the pins. Then I've been cant for stitching, so I am just finishing off my very last row, so just loosely. It's absolutely not perfect, it's all hand done. I didn't measure it out with a rule or anything. Just going to finish off the row. Hope everybody is well. Enjoying making some junk journal videos. That was where I started, so that's been a bit of fun. And enjoying our summer here and catching up with friends. Right, so summer, I say summer. There have been some moments where it just has rained all day. It's a bit bizarre, it's a very bizarre time. So I went with my friend yesterday and caught up on the Aquaman movie, which was fun. Which had quite a lot to do about global warming. Now I'm going to take out all of these. And the good thing is they're very loose, very easy to pull out. As long as you can find where you put the end. And if you can't, just give it a snip and you'll find the end. Cut a couple of these quicker. Now I have cut my lining ready to go, and I'll just show you that when I've just finished this last little bit. There we go. That's all off. Now I will do some embellishing first, but just to show you, this is the same upside down as it is the right way up, and I will be putting it right side in, right side in. Now I did cut it bigger. I didn't know if I wanted to sew this down and have a little bit of a border around or not. So sew it. No, I don't think I will. I just wanted to make sure that I could square it all up. Now I've been thinking I might be sewing this on the sewing machine to just get a really nice straight edge, and then I'll leave a little bit and I'll turn it inside out, and then it will be like so. Just pretend there's not that extra bit there. Like that. Without that extra bit, so when you open it you'll see the pattern just in the top really. However, for now it's going to be looking at embellishments. I haven't quite thought about it, but I have been going through more tubs, more bits of antique-y lacy things, And I think what I'm going to do is go off and collect a little pile. And see if I can get a couple of those to fit on top. Okay, I've had a look at how it is, and I've actually put a little, this is a water soluble line, but it doesn't matter because the lining will cover it, where the actual folds are. Now this will be sewn, so it'll be back a bit further. However, I might still just move it down a little bit. So I'm now putting on some embellishments. So I'm putting on this one. Just going to pin them for now. Now I found this in my stash. I was finding lots of yummy old lace. Now this one, if it's up this way, the lines are joined and they go across here, but this way, even though this part doesn't look like it's the front, I like how this line goes all the way around, like over the top. So I thought that I might like to have that coming over here. What do you think? Is that the front or the back? Let me have a look. Oh, it just depends what you look at. I feel that this is a lot neater on this side, and I feel that this part's a bit neater, but no, I think this side. So I'm thinking if it goes here, I really wanted to break up the sort of the dark sort of scheme of things, then that would go there. I mean, I love it. I love the colours, but as a whole, it needs a bit more light to the shade, I think. Okay, let's have a look how this looks now. Now, I wouldn't mind having this here, so when that's closed, this is how it would look at the front. Now, does that work or not? No, I'm not sure. All right, so far I like this as the back. Show you. I like that. So I think I am cutting this along here, because don't forget this is going to have a seam. It means I've got some spare if I do want to put it on here, but that might be enough there. Okay, let's have a look. And I still have this that I was toying with to bring out the blues. I'll just get my needle. Let's just pin this side only. I'll just pin this for now just to keep it from flipping around. Now, I love that this is inches, because of course in Australia we do centimetres, so it's old. I like that, but I wouldn't want to lose it. Right. So 5 is one of my favourite numbers, so I think that it might be nice to have this along here. I just got to make sure I've got it high enough that it won't interfere with the seam. Let's just see if that's the seam allowance. Then and that would be like that. Right, here we go. I've committed. I'm cutting the tape measure. The antique tape measure will be no more. Probably shouldn't have pinned it. I'm thinking, now you could go under here. I think I'd like to see that whole 55. There it is, it's done now. There is no more. Okay, so I'm ready to start stitching those on. I don't think they're going to be the last of my embellishments. However, for now, I've just got a Gutermann, so it's just 100% polyester. Okay, I think this might be a round the edge invisible stitch till it's all down. This beautiful bit of tatting from someone's granny. I think it was a lady in Tasmania, was getting rid of her grandma's stash. It's just so nice when someone's made something like this by hand and you know the story. So today, while I'm filming this, I just had lunch with a girlfriend I hadn't seen for maybe 4 years. Just all the things, you know. She's very busy, works full time, has teenagers, or well, actually 17 and 20 they are now. My goodness, we couldn't believe it. We've known each other for a very long time, and we were in a band together, so it was quite good to catch up, just have a little reminisce from our 20s when we were young and silly. And it's really lovely when there's someone you've, because I don't know that I haven't got any friends from high school anymore, and it's just really lovely to realise that I have a friend that I've known that long, because you do have history, even though we don't always get to catch up. I went and I had a lovely eggs hollandaise, poached eggs with hollandaise sauce, and a beautiful I don't know if this is what anyone overseas calls them, but it's called a hash brown, and it's when the potato is grated really finely and then baked into sort of like a yummy crunchy cake. So it's like a potato cake called a hash brown. Anyway, you can get them at Macca's, so most people will know, but those are little tiny flecks, whereas a really good recipe in a really good cafe, like this one was, has it grated in long pieces. Oh, and it had some pork on it too. And that was delicious. So that was my morning. So I'm having a good week, but I feel like I'm under the pump with the videos. Now that I'm on a roll doing the videos, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm far more social than I've been out and about. So I'm having to put them in around everything, and that's okay, because we can. Okay, so that's, I'm going to finish that off camera, but I just thought I'd address this on camera. Now, this was the colour that I used. It's a sort of a cerise colour, and I used 2 strands. Now, I don't know. I think I might invisible stitch this on as well, so I will probably use this same thread. So it's quite white, so you won't really see it. Might do something through here as part of my embellishments, but I'm not up to that yet. So how am I going to put this tape measure on? That's a good question. Not really quite sure. Might be one of those sit and doodle. So that this one might be, maybe I'll just make it look like I've continued with the cantha stitch through there. I don't know. I don't think I want to. No, I don't know. I think, here's my needle book. I think I might do a blanket stitch. When I was cantha stitching, I was using one of these long thin ones with the small eye. Let's have a look how blanket stitch looks, and if I don't like it, I will change it up. Right, so I'm going to finish that one off camera and come back. Actually, I just might even use, I might use the lines. Let me just get it started. I'm going backwards. All right, that's what I'm doing. Going backwards. Sometimes when I start blanket stitch, I've watched other people, and I am left-handed, and I start it. Like if I'd have started it on the right, I probably would have started it and gotten it straight away. However, I'm actually thinking I quite like it like this anyway. Now the other end, the other side, so this is going to be easy enough to just almost do like a satin stitch. That's working. That's nice. I like that. It's quite easy to get the thread and the needle through the measuring tape. Not a problem. Yep, I like that. I like that red through there, or cerise, dark pink. Okay, so you get the picture. Now I'll go off and complete these and then come back, and then I'll see if I'm adding more. Okay, I'm back and I've got this sewn down. I haven't sewn the bottom of it. I'm leaving that floating just for now while I think about how I want to approach that. Maybe if I sew down these lines, then that will be enough to keep it down. So I've got my beautiful bit of tatting from someone's granny, and I've got this on, just adding more elements to it. Is a seed stitch throughout this little star shape, and I've got out the trusty old alpaca and these beautiful colours, because this has actually got the blues right through to the burgundies, a little bit of the neutral, bit of pink, there's a little bit of green. Anyone who's been following the channel for a long time knows I love this. I love it so much. I use it in so many situations. That's really long. So last night I was working on this, just doing tiny little seed stitches, watching Itchy Boots. I finished season 1 finally, so a YouTube channel called Itchy Boots, and it's a girl from Holland travelling on her motorbike, and Nora and I are enjoying watching that together. Anyway, she did a year, and then she finally made it back. She went all around through a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, And I've said it before about her videos, like they're very good because they're short format, so you can watch one while you just have a sit down for a minute, you know. It's not like you're not stuck waiting for the end of a movie or something like that. But now she's had 2 weeks break. I don't want to do spoilers if you want to go all the way back yourself to watch it, but I'm just enjoying it so much. New bike, and she is sending it off to Patagonia, of all places. Patagonia. She's going to ride that Patagonia all the way up through South America to Alaska. And the fascinating thing is that every time she's going somewhere, she shows a map. And I always say that I've been world illiterate. I only know where something is whenever I've travelled there. I just didn't care too much about geography when I was at high school, so I never had a concept of where places were in the world other than England, where I was born. Anyway, the interesting thing is that my flatmate is from Colombia. So it looks like she might go up even through Colombia, which would be amazing, because that'd be like, Nora would be so happy. Like, she's been showing me Colombian food on my other Instagram. You would see if you go over there, Christina__Charlotte. I posted the plantains. So she made the plantain where they fry the plantain, and then while it's still warm, they put it between either in a plastic bag or between 2 bits of plastic, and a board on top and a board underneath, and they squash it down so it goes like a flat pancake. So it's like a bit like a potato cake, but it's not a potato, it's a banana, but not a sweet banana. So she made some of those the other day, which are absolutely delicious, other than the fact that I can't have too many fried foods. I've got a little gallstone, so I have to be a little bit careful, but really nice. And it's quite interesting learning. I do love to learn about new foods and new cuisines, so it's fascinating. Lots of avocados, lots of little sort of cooked things like tomatoes and beans together. Some slightly Mexican sort of feel to it. Quite fascinating. Okay, so you get the idea. That's seed stitch. I'm going to do that all the way through this whole area. And that's my embellishments for my pouch. I do want to add something, but I just feel I know what I want to do. I do want to do Susanna and Corin's other project, the flowers once a month. I'm just not sure if I'm going to end up managing it time-wise. I thought I'd like to, but the way my hands have been, I'm not quite sure if I can manage. So I have to have a little bit of a break doing this. Anyway, we'll see. I was signing off, so I will now sign off and not find another thing to talk about. Okay, I will see you in the next one, and thanks for being here still and into the future. Bye for now.